Roderick Peters, water on stone, the Victory Road Wrestling World Champion for the most prestigious title, the Victory Road Wrestling World title. Roderick Peters thrown into the referee dream maker. We would have seen a new world champion, but the referee was knocked down.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to yet another episode of Victory Road Wrestling. Welcome to Pressure. Now don't worry, I will get to the action momentarily. But because this company has been on a sabbatical for so long, there are a few announcements that I need to make. The first is regarding all the titles. The Victory Road Wrestling Internet title, Women's title, and Cruiserweight title are all going to be merged to form the Galactic title. And the tag team titles will be vacated, and I will introduce the tandem title. In terms of the Victory Road Wrestling World title, the lineage will continue, but I am renaming that title to the Zimbabwean title, because there's no greater prestige than being the champion of Zimbabwe. Let us talk about the last episode. Many people argue that Roderick Peters was screwed over in the main event. I do not agree with those findings. But because I am appalled that Boron Stone put his hands on a referee, I am going to give Roderick Peters one more chance. And that is assuming that he can defeat a mystery opponent. Ladies and gentlemen, this show is going to be fantastic. So sit down, relax, and enjoy the show. Approaching the ring at this moment, Roderick Peters, Many people are saying that Roderick Peters was screwed out of the Zimbabwean title when Boron Stone knocked out the referee. Now Roderick Peters is being given another opportunity to get another shot at the Victory Road Wrestling Zimbabwean title. Roderick Peters has the tools. Now we just have to find out whether he can defeat a mystery opponent. Much to the shock of the Victory Road Wrestling Collective, enters Pharaoh, and as you can tell, she is a female, ladies and gentlemen. She could make history on this episode as her bodyguard watches on. Pharaoh could make history and become the first ever female Victory Road Wrestling Zimbabwean champion. But she's gonna have to go through Roderick Peters, and believe me, that's no easy task. A head and arm by Roderick Peters onto Pharaoh. As you can tell, Roderick Peters is the much more muscular one, so the power game is gonna be in Roderick Peters, as it's displayed right there with another head and arm, follows it up with the third head and arm. And Roderick Peters says, why not just get another one? You see, what Roderick Peters is doing right here is putting Pharaoh in her place, showing her who the dominant participant is. Against the ropes, gut wrench suplex by Roderick Peters. Roderick Peters, a former Victory Road Wrestling Zimbabwean champion, he knows what it takes to reach the top. Pharaoh on her debut. The odds are against her, but the only weakness against Roderick Peters is that he does not know what to expect. Roderick Peters and Pharaoh using Roderick Peters' momentum against him, throwing him outside of the ring. The wages of war showing on Pharaoh. Pharaoh is about to do something crazy. Oh my goodness. Launching herself from the top, from the third rope, ladies and gentlemen. Pharaoh risking it all. She could see that Roderick Peters was overpowering her, and that was a very smart move by Pharaoh, leveling the playing field, if you will. There was no way that Pharaoh was going to out-wrestle Roderick Peters, and now that Pharaoh has Roderick Peters down for the count, just a 2 count. She needs to keep Roderick Peters on the ground. Roderick Peters is a fantastic Greco-Roman wrestler, and if Pharaoh stays close to him, it will be the end of her. You can see her grounding Roderick Peters with that sleeper hold. This could be a mistake here. Irish whip against the ropes, and that's exactly what I was talking about. You got to keep Roderick Peters grounded. Just a 2 count. Folks, I'm just glad to be back here in Victory Road Wrestling. We're seeing a fantastic show right now. Tell your friends about it. Victory Road Wrestling is back, and this season promises to be the best season of all time. Oh my goodness. Roderick Peters driving all his weight into the abdomen of Pharaoh to just a 2 count. Pharaoh kicking out. Pharaoh making a great impression, showing us just how tough she is, still hanging in this match. Roderick Peters cannot afford to get too confident. Never count out your opponent. Look at the strength of Roderick Peters, but it's reversed into a flying head scissors. Pharaoh really wants that opportunity. You never get opportunities like that often, and you can see Pharaoh making the most of that opportunity. That headlock cinched into Roderick Peters. You can see the obvious size difference. underhook suplex by the former Victory Road Wrestling Zimbabwean champion, hoping to become a two-time Zimbabwean champion, Roderick Peters. Going for the pin. Just a 2 count. Personally, I would rather see Roderick Peters and Boron Son square off, and by the looks of things, it may happen in just a few moments. No, Pharaoh Pharisee still kicking out. A tug of war between these two participants. Now they're exchanging blows. A beautiful spin kick driving her heel into the chin of Roderick Peters. Roderick Peters is not going to be able to eat solid foods after a shot like that. Look at the kicks to the side, to the ribs. Have you ever had tender ribs? That's what the slaughterers do to the cow. Look at the bodyguard. Look at the size. Did you see the size of that man? A drop toe hold by Pharaoh Pharisee. Pharaoh Pharisee, remember in the beginning of the match he was a lot quicker, but she slowed down her pace. Roderick Peters slowing her down. Pharaoh Pharisee on the top rope. She's in a very dangerous position right now. What is she gonna do? A swanton. Beautifully done. But it's not about getting points. It's about getting a pin, and she fails to do so. Roderick Peters showing us exactly why he was a former Victory Road Wrestling Zimbabwean champion. Roderick Peters was getting some offense, but the effects of Pharaoh's onslaught were evident. A pin. Rookie mistake by Pharaoh Pharisee, way too close to the ropes. Did you see the power of Pharaoh Pharisee? Wow. I think the rest of the locker room is going to ask her where she's getting her steroids, being able to lift up Roderick Peters. But folks, I'm just kidding. She's a very strong woman. These two exchanging blows. Look at Roderick Peters, Irish whip against the ropes. Pharaoh Pharisee with a crucifix spin, folks. She could pull an upset. 2, no. Roderick Peters managing to kick out. Folks, Pharaoh Pharisee, she may look really small, but pound for pound, she is one of the strongest women that I know. Roderick Peters taking advantage of Pharaoh Pharisee in pain. And Roderick Peters is in pain as well. These two have given it all that they got. Roderick Peters, I can feel it. He's moments away to being in the main event to take on Boron Stone, picking up Pharaoh Pharisee. No, what's Pharaoh Pharisee? Oh my goodness, driving Roderick Peters' head right into the canvas. 2, 3, ladies and gentlemen. Pharaoh Pharisee has done it. She has defeated Roderick Peters. What a fantastic show of athleticism. Look at this. Pharaoh Pharisee giving it all she could, and then delivering that peak to peak.
Ladies and gentlemen, we could witness Victory Road Wrestling history as Pharaoh Pharisee is now the #1 contender. Pharaoh Pharisee, tell us how you feel and let us know a little bit about yourself. I feel absolutely fantastic. I cannot describe this feeling that I'm feeling. I have the opportunity to make history, to become the Victory Road Wrestling Zimbabwean champion. Now, for those of you who don't know my backstory, I was the ruler of a kingdom, and I was dethroned just because I'm a woman. Well, I'm going to show those sexist pigs that women can rule.
I go by the name Barricade, and to me it's an insult when I see someone across the ring from me, because it tells me that they think there's a possibility that they could defeat me. You guys have seen monsters dominate, but you've never seen a monster quite like Barricade.